Hey guys, we're going to talk about something fun today. Today we're going to talk about setting intentions. Now it is New Year's Eve and the day that we usually think about what resolutions we want to set for New Year's. But when you think of the word resolution, it's always something negative, like, oh, I have to lose 20 pounds or I need to be better with my finances. It's all things that are no fun. But that's not what we're going to talk about today. Yes, it's important to have those things. But today we're going to talk about setting intentions for the things we want to see in 2019. And the things that we want to see should be fun and positive things, right? So, what kinds of things do you want to see coming into your life? Because we've talked about before how when you focus on the negative, we call in more negative. We're setting ourselves in an energy of a lower vibration, and it's going to call in more of that stuff. So when we are in a higher vibration, we are calling in more positive things. And that's where we want to be, is in a state of higher vibration. And we want to be in a state where manifesting is much easier. And when we raise our energy vibration, we can do that. So the first thing that I would suggest when you're getting ready to set your intentions for 2019 is to make sure that you're clearing yourself of all negativity. So if you've gone through a particularly difficult time, and the holidays can be a difficult time, especially if you've lost someone you love, and the holidays brings up their memory and it's kind of sad, or if there's just a lot of fighting and strife with family members, which also can happen at the holidays, it's good to get rid of all of that. It's good to clear yourself of that negativity. So a couple of things you can do to start by clear away the negativity. The first thing you can do is, if you have any Palo Santo or any sage, you can burn some and just kind of clear the energy in your home and around you. I just burn it through the house, and then I just kind of think, dear God, please clear the negative energy in this room or around me. So you might want to do a clearing. So that's one thing you can do. Another thing you can do is to do an EFT tapping. Go find one to help you in whatever your situation is. If it's with grief, you can do an EFT to help you in getting over grief. You can do guided meditations, whatever you need to do to really set the mood for you. You're clearing away all of that negativity. And so however you need to do that. You can also listen to music that they have the tones that will raise your vibration. It raises your energy vibration. So you can search for that on YouTube. There's a lot of free videos out there, free meditations that also do the same thing. So I would just do something quickly to make sure that my energy is in the right place, that I have raised my energy vibration. Again, something as simple as just listening to music you love can do that as well. You might want to take a hot bath and do with the essential oils and make sure that you're really relaxed. But do something that takes care of you and raises your vibration. So before you even get started, make sure you're in the right frame of mind, clearing your mind of all negative thoughts. And then you really need to get a clear vision of where you want to see yourself in 2019. What are the things you want to see in your life? So you might say that you want a better job, or maybe you want a raise, or you want to find a soulmate, or want to find, a boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever it is. Set your intentions so that they're very clear. You do not have to worry about how these things are going to come to you. Remember that the universe works on our behalf behind the scenes all the time. And so they can create things that we can't. They can cause us to run into people who are looking for just the type of person we are for the next position or whatever. They can create those kinds of coincidences. So don't worry about how it's going to come to you. Just worry about what it is that you want. I don't usually get caught up in being too specific. No, that's everyone's personal preference. I've heard people say, you should be very specific about what you want. You should say that, I want a brown-haired, blue-eyed man. I kind of stay away from that. I say, no, I'm not going to be specific, because if I'm saying that, then I could be blocking myself from receiving somebody who's just as great, but just happens to look different. So I kind of shy away from that. Now, if there's a certain amount of money you would like to make for 2019, sure. I wouldn't limit myself to that though. I'd say this or better. I always say this or better. So I would write a list of at least 5 things you'd like to see for 2019. I tend to not go over 10, but again, that's just a personal choice because I think it's a lot of energy and time into this, and I want to be pretty focused on what it is that I want. But it's all a matter of choice. You can do it any way you want. And when I write those intentions down, you can do this in a few ways. Sometimes when I write mine, for example, I might write something like, I love it when people can't wait to work with me. Okay, so that was told to me by a mentor to do it that way. I love it when people can't wait to work with me. Or you might simply write down, I'm hoping to manifest this many clients in 2019 or new clients. So it's really a matter of how comfortable you are and what way you want to write it. But get really clear about what it is you want. And I would set a mood. So take a little time for yourself to do this. Don't be rushed. Don't do it in a time where you're only going to have 5 minutes. I would set the mood for yourself. I would put on some relaxing music, maybe light a candle, have a glass of wine or a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, whatever you prefer. And then to me, when you're setting that kind of mood, you're already raising your vibration because you're very relaxed and you're enjoying your surroundings. And then I would focus on writing those intentions. And you might start with a list and decide you want to narrow it down, and that's okay. Eventually, you're going to have your list of intentions, what it is you want to see for 2019. So get that list together. Be very clear again on what it is you want and what you want to focus on. Don't worry about how it's going to come to you. Then what I would do is spend a little bit of time, and I don't know if you have crystals or things like that, but I honestly, when I do this, I usually also hold crystals because they raise your vibration, and I just love them anyway. So I usually hold my crystals when I do this. So as you're sitting there, imagine the feeling you would have when you have this thing. So look at your first intention, and let's say your first intention was, I would like to find a better job, a better paying job in 2019. Okay? So imagine yourself and what it would feel like when you have that better job. Imagine yourself getting the phone call saying, you got the job. We're so happy that you're going to start on Monday. Imagine that whole scenario of, this is my job, this is mine, I have it now. This is what it feels like. I'm feeling the happiness, the joy, the celebration by my family when I tell them that I've gotten this new job. So really feel what it feels like to have this, and do that with each one of your intentions. And I would spend a couple of minutes with each one, just feeling that feeling, sitting in that energy, really, really feeling the gratitude for that and what it would feel like to have it. And do that with each of those things. And then as you finish up with sitting in gratitude and feeling what it feels like to have each of these things come true, I would write a thank you note to the universe for all that you have and for all that is coming, all that's on its way. Thank the universe for working on your behalf behind the scenes to bring you all of the things that you truly desire for 2019. And I would just read that letter to yourself, and again, feel the gratitude. Being in a state of gratitude tells the universe that we are ready for so much more. So I would be in that state of gratitude. And then I would take my letter and I would take my list of intentions and I would put it in an envelope or a special envelope. Or if you have a really cool journal that you like, just write it in the journal and keep it. And I would come back to this and revisit it and do the same thing every so often maybe, and how often you want to do that depends on you. But I would come back and do the same thing. I would sit in gratitude for each of those things that I know are on its way. And I would be very thankful for that. Another great thing about it is when you go back and revisit your list, you can see what has manifested so far. You get it out and you bring it back. You're like, oh yeah, I did get that job. That's awesome. That was one of the things on my list. So you can see just how much the universe is working on your behalf. So again, very important this time of year. Everyone talks about resolutions. Really, setting your intentions is more what you should be focused on. And one of those things could be getting into better shape. If you're interested in learning how to do all kinds of things to help you live a better life, check out my program, A Purposeful Pilgrimage. It is still on sale right now because I want everyone to be able to take advantage of that. $52. It's 22 daily lessons. It's a membership, so you have access to those anytime. And it will always be there, and I have resources there anytime if I find a meditation, or if I find an EFT tapping, or if I find a prayer or whatever that I think is really, really good and really useful, I throw it in that resources folder for you to have. So check it out. It's on sale for a limited time. I want people to be able to start off 2019 the right way and to help them live their best life possible. It starts off about eating right, getting into shape, and then working on your emotional body, the pain that we brought from past lives, learning how to forgive others, learning how to let go of old limiting beliefs that don't serve us, learning how to love yourself. That's one of the most important lessons in there, I believe, is learning to love yourself, setting healthy boundaries for you, all of those things. And it's just mind, body, and soul. It's a way to heal yourself. So if you're interested, check that out. With the holidays being so stressful and being finally over, if you feel like you need some Reiki to help you get back on track to bring your body and mind into balance again, check that out. I can do distance Reiki, so we don't have to be in the same place. We can conduct the Reiki two ways. We can do it online through Zoom, and we'll meet face to face, and I will get you very relaxed and help you focus on your breathing, and you just get very comfortable listening to soft music, relaxing while I do the Reiki, focusing on whatever area you need. I will open and align your energy chakras to help get them back into balance. And then in the end, I will take you on a guided meditation where you can meet your spirit guides and any departed loved ones and help you get totally relaxed and healed. And at the very end, I will also give you any guided messages from Spirit. So check it out. It is amazing. It will make you feel so much better, and you'll be glad you did. I hope that you guys have a wonderful new year. I can't wait to see what 2019 brings. I'm so thankful for all of my listeners. You guys are awesome. You rock. I hope you guys all see everything you wish to manifest in 2019. If you like my podcast, please share it with others so that they might find me and they might receive the help they need. Be looking out for my book. It's in the process of being edited right now, and I'm hoping to find a publisher, and I can't wait for that to come out. It's all about surviving divorce and single motherhood. It uses a lot of humor, but also gives a lot of sound advice for mothers out there who might be struggling. And really, it's not just for women. If you know of any men who are going through divorce and are single dads, they could benefit from this too. It's written from the female perspective because that's who I am, but not to exclude any men out there. So I hope you have a wonderful holiday, a wonderful new year. Be safe if you're celebrating and going out. Please don't drink and drive. Call an Uber, get Lyft. Have a designated driver. Just be very, very careful. I will talk to you guys again in the new year, sending you massive love and light. Bye-bye.